You think Conor's gonna come back?
I hope so, because he's fun. You know, I hope he comes back. But I think, honestly, like when boxers come back from a long layoff and they come back from a loss, one thing that boxers do that's smart is they have a tune-up fight. I think there's a reason why they've been using tune-up fights forever, like astute managers. They know you got to knock the dust off and you'll be better in the next performance.
Yeah.
That was the fight, because that was when he won the title.
Yeah.
That was when he knocked out Aldo with one punch.
Yeah.
Fuck. Then he said he was going to knock him out with one punch. He literally said, he goes,
He did. He said how he was going to do it.
It'll be too aggressive. The left hand will catch him. And he got him.
He did it.
Fucking it was Mystic Mac. That was the early days when he was he was saying the round that he was going to beat people.
I know.
It was right.
Awesome to watch.
Yeah, man. You know, he's talking about fighting Kamaru Usman. Like, ooh, be careful what you ask for.
Really?
Be careful what you ask for. Usman is a big man, and he is top of the food chain right now.
Yeah.
That's the best pound-for-pound fighter alive is Kamaru Usman, and he's a natural 170. You got to remember, Conor McGregor won the title at 145.
Fucking hell, that's small.
And then he went up to 155, and he knocked out Eddie Alvarez. He became the champ. So he's consecutive, concurrent, holding two titles concurrently. And then he fought at 170, but he fought Cowboy Cerrone, who's a natural 155-pounder. And, you know, no knock on Cowboy. And Cowboy's beat a lot of good 170-pounders. He's an elite fighter. But Usman's a different thing. That's a different peak. There's no oxygen at the top of that mountain.
Shit.
You know, that's as good as it gets ever at 170. I would put Kamaru Usman up against any 170-pound fighter that's ever lived. I mean, I'm not saying that he would beat Georges St. Pierre. I'm not saying he would beat all of them, but he might beat all of them. He might be the best it's ever been at 170. He's as good as they get. He's got ferocious knockout power. He's elite at wrestling. Nobody puts him on his back. Colby Covington got a very quick takedown. Daniel Cormier called it a takedown. He's a world-class wrestler. He said it's a takedown. I say it's a take. The only guy that's ever, but it was very quick. And Usman right back up to his feet. What
about Khabib?
The wrestling, well, that's a different weight class.
Oh, it is.
Khabib's 155.
See? Me playing an idiot again.
No, so you're not an idiot. Just to add a question. But Kamaru is as good as anybody has ever been at 170. And he also has one-punch knockout power. You know, he knocked out Jorge Masvidal with one punch. And Jorge was thought to be the striker in that fight. Kamaru was thought to be, you know, the all well-rounded fighter who's a great striker and a great wrestler. But you would think that if the advantage existed for Masvidal, it would be as a striker. And then Usman shut the lights out with one shot. Just the cleanest right hand I think anybody's ever thrown in the history of the sport. Pull that up.
A good feeling.
Pull that up, because it was so clean that Masvidal was unconscious as he was going down, and his face bounces off Kamaru's shoulder.
Oh shit!
Like clunk. Because I think the Conor fight would be the biggest payday, right?
Absolutely. I think.
You don't think so?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Red panties night. That's red panties night.
We all love red panties.
I mean, the last pay-per-view they're saying tracked just below Conor and Khabib. It's a fucking.
Really?
They think it's more than 2 million pay-per-view buys.
Wow.
Huge. His comeback.
Yeah.
That motherfucker has charisma.
Absolutely, and you can't take anything away from Conor, man. Conor has put himself in that part, in that status, to be that guy. And even sometimes I have to think, I'm like, man, like that, because some guys get envious of that. Like, how did he do that? Like some guys are just special like that, and Conor is that guy. He's special like that.
Yeah.
You know, so he people just gravitate towards him, and he, you know, special guy. But can you imagine me fighting Conor? Like, that wouldn't even be fair. It would not be fair. Like, everyone has a puncher's chance, but it would not be fair. Like, you saw what Khabib did to him at 55. Now imagine me doing that to him at 70. And I'm not just gonna take him down. I'm gonna march forward. I'm gonna hit this guy. I'm gonna beat on him. I'm gonna take him down. I would do some bad things to Conor, and not just because it's not that I don't like the guy. I mean, Conor's Conor.
You just think that he's a natural 55.
Yeah.
And he fought at 45, and you'd have to chop
45,
both your fucking legs off to make 45.
That's when they say impossible. That's absolutely impossible.
Literally impossible.
Impossible.
Yeah, you'd have to get a tapeworm.
Yeah, it would be bad. Like, you ever seen me at weight, get down to weight?
Yeah.
I look real African, don't I?
You look very thin. Well, I mean,
you see how Joe said that you're very thin.
I can tell you're sucking a lot of water.